Hello everybody, this is Tom Box, and happy holidays, and today we are creating the undisputed product tier list of 2021 for Yu-Gi-Oh products. And today I have three very special guests with me here today. Starting off, we have the legendary pack breaker in the making. Tons of exciting openings from the rare to the obscure to every single pack ever made. The recent 100k breaking Ruxin34. How are you doing, Phil?
I'm doing good. I'm glad to be here. You might have picked the wrong thing for me to be on. We're talking about like actually how good these sets are. I just opened them, but
it's fine. It's fine because you have the pack opening spirit, and that's what counts. That's what counts. Next, we have another legend in our ranks. From his 10-minute testing to the host of the Chalice Line Monthly with his witty humor and his leader of the Piss Gang, we have MBT. Welcome, Joseph, to the show.
Hey, thanks for having me. This was a welcome reprieve. I don't know if you can see behind me, but I've had to spend like maybe an hour a day throwing meat into this gaping hole in the back of my wall. It just appeared one day. It hungers. It asks me for things. It's been a nightmare. So it's great to kick back, relax, and talk about some Yu-Gi-Oh.
All right. You know what? Hopefully, we're gonna have some great discussions here today. And last but not least, and definitely not least, we have the frontman of some of the most legendary Yu-Gi-Oh! Comedy sketches on YouTube, sharing the joy of the most relatable moments with all of us. This man basically needs no intro from me. He's the legend, the TeamAPS, Paul.
Thank you for having me.
All right.
I appreciate it. These are always a lot of fun.
I'm glad you can make the time here. I guess we're all across different time zones, so making this happen, I'm really glad you guys are all taking the time to do this with me. And, well, we're going to be rating some of these products. I think we're all kind of from different backgrounds in terms of how we perceive this game. Most of us are, for sure. And, you know what? Without further ado, I guess I haven't introduced myself because you guys don't need my introduction. I am a pleb, nobody. This is Tom Box. So let's go on to our undisputed tier list. We have products lined up right across the bottom here, and we are going to be rating them from, of course, God tier 0 all the way down to, I would say, well, F tier. We got rid of E tier. E tier has been eliminated. And to start things off, we're going to do a die roll as for Yu-Gi-Oh fashion. All right, guys. You guys all got your dice. It was two. You guys 1 dice or 2 dice?
I got my 1.
Okay, let's do the one. Let's do the 1. All right, just roll and say your number, and we'll decide who goes first from there. All right, here we go. I know no one can see it, so try not to lie to me. I rolled a 4.
What? Are you serious?
I also rolled a 4.
Me too.
I got a 3, so.
All right.
I didn't even roll a 4. Oh my god.
Wow.
This is should have done low roll, guys. All right, let's try again. Wait, just the 3 of us? I have a 5.
I also rolled a 5.
6.
Okay, well there you go. We're gonna
Okay.
we're gonna start with Ruxin. We're gonna go down, and I guess I'll be the 4th one. But if you guys really want to chime in on one, feel free to use your card to snipe it. All right, starting off with the very first product, we have Legendary Duelists. I think it's Season 2.
Ooh, Legendary Duelist Season 2.
Oh, these are always fun.
Blue-Eyes Harpy? Interesting. Actually, I think that's where I got this die. Now that I think about it. So it's contributing something. It's not that bad. I think the die were pretty cool. That was a kind of I don't even think that was it Dragons of Legend that started that, but that was kind of cool to keep up. But I don't think people really loved that one. They were really anticipating, Season 3 to come out with all the, Magician Souls and all that stuff. But instead, I guess it is going to come out. But this one was, it was okay, I think. But I'm leaning toward like, what? I'm trying to think if there was anything that was actually worthwhile in there that was actually good. I'm down at like D tier, honestly, on this. It was not very good. I liked the die. That was I like Blue Eyes, but it's
Did you get the Kaiba Corp die? This is the Kaiba Corp die, right?
This is the Blue Eyes die. I think the Kaiba Corp die was also in there.
Okay,
that's the one I got.
So, all right, as per the rules here, we here in the Peanut Gallery will have 20 seconds to decide whether to agree with you or roast you on this. Go ahead.
I'm gonna say it's a good spot for it. I mean, so here's the thing: these sets are like you always see them sitting on the shelves. Like You do. I mean, I'm not saying that like there's nothing to say.
I think like this set had the Lebo reprint in it. That was the only reason that I cared about it at all. Card was like $40 and now it's like $30. You know, congratulations. Really worth the product slot, I think.
There was one card in there that I really wanted, and I got it from the first box, which was Photon Orbital. That was it.
Oh, yes.
Photon Orbital was in
Photon
here.
stuff.
And there was also like Blue Eyes Alternative White Dragon and all those different colored
Yeah.
versions of it. And like,
There's a
I don't know.
there's a common Feather Storm, which I think is kind of popular now.
Yeah.
But another thing about this, just from my perspective, you know, I open packs. There's only 2 packs in this thing, so it's not even fun to open.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like.
Dude, whenever I buy these, I've always been like, why is the box like this big?
They
and
do
like
the
there's like
sports
2
card
little
thing.
packs.
They do
Yeah,
the sports card thing and throw like no packs in there. They do the fat pack. They throw it in these weird sized boxes and have like, you know, there's 90% of the box is complete air. So I don't really understand the product. It's weird, and then like it's
also $15. So
Oh
it's
yeah,
like,
it is pricey. Yeah, it kind of goes. I don't think it falls flat. I think it did age a little nicer than some of the other products here. All right, all right. Next, MBT. Where are you putting this one? This is Blovo or Blavo.
I mean, what could be said about Blazing Vortex that hasn't already been said? Meta warping titan of our generation. This included such powerful cards as the Warrocks, the Armed Dragon Thunder monsters,
Yeah.
the Springans, which Konami very selfishly refused to give me to promo, the S Forces. And I believe that is it. I think that's actually all the premieres in here. I'm going to put it in C tier, though, because it did release Kit. It had 1 good card in it, which puts it way above
Prosperity.
the other ones. Yeah, Prosp is in here, too. Yeah. It's one of those sets that, you know, because the set is so bad and got opened so little, no one is ever, like, the price on Prosperity isn't going to go down, like, ever. But I think you have to give it some props for having a good card in it, right? You know?
I mean, if it didn't, I don't think it would even go
bar
off
is
the
in
shelf.
hell.
Man, look at this year's product. Like the beginning of the year doesn't start very well. I do agree that it is. I think I'm not gonna roast you with that. I think it's fair. I mean, if it didn't have anything, it would fall below like right around here because like there was.
I mean,
there
listen,
would literally
it could
be
go in F. Any other year, it could go in F. Like, look at what we're working with here. The Plat Blue Eyes is coming up.
Okay. Anyone else want to chime in, or are we good to move on?
We're good to go.
Okay.
I know I'm next. I want to pass mine to you, Dumbox. This OTS pack, because I want to talk about the product that's after that, the structure deck.
All right, well, we're gonna do this. I'm gonna need a little bit of a refresher what's inside this card list, but OTS pack. Now, for OTS packs, here's the thing, because this isn't something that you typically can buy per se. Would you join a tournament to acquire these packs? Is more like the correct answer.
Which numbered OTS is this?
This
by the way?
is number 15. 16 is coming up
15.
after. 15 is
Okay.
in terms of alties. Alties, we have Armed Dragon level 10, Dark Requiem Xyz Dragon.
It's the best one.
And we have
boy.
Christian.
It goes great with the Blazing Vortex set. It's fantastic.
There's only like really one chase in here, and that's gonna be the Needle Fiber. Without the Needle Fiber, I don't think there's really anything going for it. Like a lot of the reprints here, they were like, I guess, rares and commons being bumped into a super, but that's usually icing on the cake, if there was a cake, except that this was more like a boot. So I've got icing on my boot. So yeah, this to me is like, it's not a good product. I'm putting it into the F because this is not something that I would go into tournaments constantly. Like, it costs money to go into these tournaments, and let's just say later in the year, it will really put this into perspective of why I didn't want any of this stuff here. It's just this Hulk or bust.
I mean, so here's what I'm going to say about it. Just to kind of contest this. I'm not saying that, like, it's a good set. But, I mean, like, if you do pull an ulti, it feels nice. I don't know. I mean, I guess...
Armed Dragon level 10.
As a person who pulled an ulti from this set, and it was Dark Requiem
Well, that's the
Xyz
best
Dragon,
one.
Yeah, I thought to myself, I was like, damn, I'm never playing a Yu-Gi-Oh! Local ever again. I'm just going to sit on Dueling Book and save my money. This is atrocious. I will say I did know someone who pulled a Hulk from this set. It was at my local. It was a 10-year-old kid, and they got sent to it. They traded it for a Blue Eyes, just like a straight up Blue Eyes out of a pack.
No.
And we had,
Who was that? Who was that?
Was it a 30-year-old dude trading him?
It was. We had to track him down, and we were like, "Hey, dude, give that back. What's wrong with you?"
That's against the policy, man. That's against the policy.
Yeah, that's not okay.
It was rough.
Yeah, the only thing I would say to dispute this is we have legendary duelist above it, and it's just kind of like
that is true.
Yeah,
that's the only
weird
thing.
part.
You're like, well, you can pull the Hulk ulti, a lot cooler than anything.
It's like
you pull
I
out
pulled
of
an
there.
ulti Hulk,
okay,
and like
fair.
I was pretty happy that day. Like
know what?
I was like,
I'm gonna
If you
I'm
do
gonna
get
wuss
the,
out
you
on
know,
my
low
decision.
chance.
I'm gonna wuss out my decision. I'm gonna put this at the end of here because, like, in terms of like, would I like I might go for like the dice. I might go dice hunting for the KC dice on the other one. But this one, I know my odds of getting that Hulk is like super low, and I'm gonna have to watch other people pull it, and I'm gonna feel salty at the end of the day. Not gonna lie. All right. Okay. All right. We're gonna pass it back to you, Paul.
okay, here we go. I love this. So, as you guys know, I make a little bit of content here and there with these structure decks, and I have to say, this product. I do not like this thing one bit.
Really?
And so, okay, it has redeeming qualities. I'm not going to sit here and like say that it outright sucks. But here's the problem I have with this structure deck. This is not like a pick up and play structure deck. It's got a redeeming quality in terms of like, okay, it's a fan favorite, sort of old archetype, and I can give it some support, and you can like buy it and do some things. And there's a couple of serviceable reprints, but like, if you get this, I don't like it. Like, it's hard to play out of the box. I don't think that this appeals to a lot of people. I think that this Ice Barrier support could have literally just been crammed into any normal set and just been better. Like, I don't like this product one bit. Now, would I put it in F tier?
Did you make money off of this product? Did you make money off of the video on this product? Is it a video-worthy product for you?
I mean, look, we're gonna throw it in F tier because I don't like it. But if someone is willing to fight that,
I'll fight it.
please,
I'll fight it.
Go ahead.
So,
okay. All right.
This product gave me some crazy idea, which actually ended up helping me win that match. So, there's also, in the context, there's also remote duel extravaganza. Okay.
No.
Hear me out here. After I joined that thing, I actually religiously played this deck for a little bit just so I could figure out the meta, so I can win that mat. Because the mat that came for this, because these things come with like for the extravaganza, the structure deck tournament, you have to play this structure deck, right? So after learning about how to play this meta, I won the mat, and then I released it so that no one else could ever get a free win out of this thing ever again. So I would put it to D tier just because it comes with a nice mat. The mat was really nice. That's it. It's not even the cards, it's actually just the mat.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, even that's like outside of, because here's the thing, like, people thought Crossout Designator was gonna come in this. Now, I didn't think it was, but like people thought it was, because it did, and like the OCG was like a reprint
you know what?
or whatever.
You just
and that's literally even more disappointment about this.
You
product
put the nail in the coffin on there. The reprints that they changed out ruined it. Okay.
So that's I'm putting it in F, but like,
Okay.
I'm not a fan of this. I don't think it's a great one.
I tried to do a 3-time structure deck video on this, and I lost to an 8-year-old at locals. So F tier for me too. I agree.
Yeah, it's pretty big yikes. Big yikes. Okay, so we have, I guess this is an interesting contextually. We have Mahad, Blue Secret Rare. Where would you put this?
This is the giveaway thing.
This is a giveaway
thing on Twitter where you take a
whatever.
picture of remote duel setup or whatever.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's one of
Oh,
those.
I'm interested in where you're gonna put this.
Did you win one?
I've not won. Is this is for me, right?
Yeah, that's for you.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't really know how I feel about these, because what always happens is people get them and then they put it up for like $3,000, and because it's like limited or whatever. And I'm like, it just came out. It doesn't I mean, it's cool, I guess. I just never like them because it's like immediately insanely expensive and it just feels like fabricated almost because they like, oh, well, they only gave away this many, even though they could give away that many next year. It's the same exact card. So
It does feel like that.
Be harsh, dude.
It's
Be harsh.
cool, but it's like, yeah, it's whenever they release a new thing, Platinum Blast, then they're like, yeah, this could be released again with the, the exact same thing.
Here's my little input on this before you rate this.
Okay.
You, even as bad as we're about to rag on Platinum Blue Eyes, you can't even attempt to buy this thing. Like it's a giveaway. Like I barely even call it a product in that way. But
it's a promo.
Anyways.
It's a promo.
If they never make this again, this is really cool because it is limited, and it's like a really cool thing that's like, oh, back in the day we won it off Twitter and I got it for free and now it's really limited, but you never know what they're going to do. So I'm not going to put it like down in the F. I think it is a cool thing to win, but it's not really for everyone. So you can't be like, this is the best thing ever because only 200 people, 300 people won it or whatever. So I'm going to go. I think it's a cool idea. I like that they started doing these giveaways. I think it's a cool thing. Where do I put this? I'm going to go with B because I think it's a cool idea, but the thing I don't like about it is they're now $3,000 already, and it's just getting
no, they're pretty cheap now. They're pretty cheap now. I think they're hitting like okay, cheap is a relative term. They're like still around like 1.2.
Only
1.2K for like some giveaway card.
Some giveaway card. Yeah. Hey, I even saw United We Stand for $850.
Oh, really? Those have gone down a lot then. Yeah.
So
I was like, that sounds pretty good, actually.
There's 3 copies on eBay. Last I checked, and the last I checked was like yesterday.
Oh my god! I'm so glad that MBT's got the next one. I really want to hear what you have to say about it. By the way, I just saw this. I'm very excited.
This is great. Ghosts from the past. Where do we put this? And why?
Go off, King. Go off.
Yeah, I think you're actually going to be disappointed with this. I liked this product a lot.
Oh.
That's okay too. That's okay too.
I think that Ghost from the Past is a really interesting product. I have long been of the opinion that like Yu-Gi-Oh should be doing the thing that Magic does, where like they have normal products and then every like 6 months they invent a product for like the biggest whales in the universe. And this is that. Like everyone knows that some people are going to buy 1 million boxes of this to try and get like, oh, the Dark Magician came in a new Scrimblow rarity. Like, oh, we got to check it out. But there's a lot of cool reprints in here. I liked the Sunvine stuff. That's an all-time favorite deck of mine. I'm really happy that it actually made it over. I thought the Metal Foes reprints were really sick. There's a bunch of odds and ends that were just never ported to the TCG that ended up in this set that I'm really happy about. I think it's hilarious that they chose this set to debut the Holy Knight retrains in. Some of the worst cards ever printed.
Oh my god, yeah.
Just terrible. The thing that kind of screws this up for me is I think it was absurd that the Firewall Dragon errata debuted in this set, and there was no other way to get it for like 2.5 years. They were like, yeah. So Firewall Dragon works differently now. There is no way you can see this represented in paper unless you want to spend $800. And the second funniest part about this set was the Blackluster Soldier reprint.
I knew you were going to say that.
$200 card that they were like, but what if it was $300? It'd be even funnier. To this day, Blackluster Soldier of Chaos remains one of the funniest Yu-Gi-Oh things of all time, because like you pitch it to people and you're like, yeah, like this card's like $150, and like, oh my god, it's as good as Access Code Talker, and they go, no, it is not played in a single deck. Like maybe it's Eldritch's 15th Link monster, and they're like, oh, okay, well, why is it expensive? And you reply, I don't know. I have no idea.
Do you know something? Well, no, go ahead.
You reply by saying it's a Blackluster Soldier card. That's how you reply.
Are people even excited about Blackluster? Like, is like Bob like Jones walking down the street like, damn, remember when Yugi summoned Blackluster Soldier? That shit was hype. It's like the 12th most memorable Yugi monster.
Did Yugi ever summon like? Did he ever summon like BLS Envoy of the Beginning? I don't think I've ever seen.
No, he only ever just summons the ritual.
But he had it in his deck according to Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. That was in his deck because that Dimitri that copied him summoned BLS.
Jeez,
You're
he
deeper in
was
the weeds
holding
than I
out
ever
on us.
knew.
Yeah,
I guess Heart of the Cards was actually a load of crap. That would have saved him a lot of times.
Yeah, I know.
Wow.
Just summon BLS, win the game. Kaiba, I'm sorry, man. I get to attack your blue eyes and your other card too.
Did he not summon it in that when Kaiba summons the Chaos Emperor Dragon? Did he not summon it in that duel?
I don't think.
I'm looking
no,
it up.
I don't.
Well,
No,
Kaiba-
he summoned that against that Von Schroeder guy, and then nuked the whole board. And
Yeah,
so it wasn't even against
yeah,
Yugi.
I thought that he used I thought it was in Battle City Finals.
Yeah,
I thought he
doesn't
did
show
that.
up till GX. That's
Yeah,
hilarious.
that's
Wow.
so odd.
Okay,
That's so
well then,
weird.
where are you putting this again?
Oh, right. Yeah, it goes from the past. It was a cool idea. Could have been executed better. So I'm gonna say B.
B. All right, that's
Yeah.
fair. There's Remus in there. The evenly is there? Yeah, there's an evenly match in there
Evenly
too.
match
That was a good.
Yeah.
It was not even that hard to get either.
My quick bit on like Ghost from the Past is like I don't really care that much for it as a set, but I think that it was a success in that this is probably the most like community talked about and interested in like set.
Yeah.
You know,
For sure.
It just had a lot of buzz around it. So
I feel like
I think
yeah,
it's a
and
good place.
And I think that while it wasn't great as a set, I'm hoping that in the second one, that they're gonna improve that. We'll see. And if like it bridges into a good set with awesome ghost rares and it just is amazing for everyone, then it's a good starting point for that, I guess.
Yeah, I totally agree.
All right.
Okay, so
All right.
I'm
I'm gonna
next, I
enjoy.
guess.
I'm gonna enjoy the little hat on MBT right now because he's going through something right now.
no worries. I have opinions on it. So
I have a
it's
lot
cool.
of opinions on this one too, but I'll use as my added comments from the peanut gallery. Next we have Paul. We have Ancient Guardians for you. How do you feel about this set? Oh, is he frozen? He's frozen.
He's either
Looks like
frozen
he's
or
about
making
to
a
go
great
crazy.
face.
Yeah. This is
like,
the face people
"Ancient
make in
Guardian."
anime, right? Before they go nuts.
All right, Paul. We got you Ancient Guardians. Where do you want to put this?
Okay, so this is kind of one of those like deck builder sets. What were the three? It was
Sofa, we have Sofa
Sulfur
Cord,
Cord.
we have Ogdodex, Earth's Arctic.
Earth's Arctic.
killers.
Okay,
3
so
killers.
Three of the
yeah,
best
so I
archetypes in the
gotta
game.
say, the archetypes very disappointing. I don't think that there was really even a load of hype going into. I mean, I know like people were hyping up Ogdoadic and like Snake Rain, Reptile might be broken. Didn't end up really being the case at all.
Konami hates snakes.
I have to say, this was probably like the weakest of those like deck builder sets I think that they've ever done. Because this is like coming off the heels of like Genesis Impact, which just had like
Drytron,
two bangers, and even Secret Slayers, which had like Eldritch and like Adamantivator. The only redeeming thing about this set, I think, is just that like I'm still a sucker for collector's rares. I think collector's rare Pankratops is really cool. I think collector's rare Skullmeister is like really cool. So I mean, it's fine. Like it just this really is kind of one of those sets where like your local card shop is sold out of everything else, but like they'll have a lot of Ancient Guardians left, and like
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna buy it.
They're on sale all the time.
I'm gonna I'm gonna like give it like a bottom of C tier.
Bottom of C tier.
Am I being too generous with that? I don't know. Because like I like here's the thing. I like collector's rares,
Okay.
and I like Golem.
That's fair. Those collector rares are good. Reprints are good too.
Yeah. No. Okay. Change my mind. Top of D tier.
Top of D.
I don't. This is not a great. It's not a great one. Top of D tier.
Look at the beginning of the year right now. Like all the way to May. This is May already, and we're still not hitting.
One of our highest is a promo.
Yeah.
This is looking good. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think the beginning of the year was got me very excited overall, but
Yeah,
this
it's-
next one is a big change for me. This next one, I would put this as I think this is like A tier material. I'm gonna put it
Oh,
right there.
Lightning Overdrive.
Lightning Overdrive had some of the better cards for me personally, because first of all, it revitalized Drytron. I was playing Drytron at the time anyway, and Drytron was like an investment. It definitely gave your investment a little bit more life, 100%. Because this is the one that gave us, we have our Diviner, Ruddy Rose. It made Ignisters playable. There's just a lot of like things going for it. It gave us another card for Kiss a Kill. It also made Plunder Patrols a little bit more playable as well. Give us Scrap Raptor. There was a lot of nice things in there, and like it also paved the way for future stuff as well. Like looking at how like branded like and Albaz, they're getting their own structure deck and everything. Everything here somehow had fit a purpose later on, and even the amazement cards. Sure, they're not like super meta or anything like that, but it's actually not that bad. And the secrets, they're not the best. I mean, it's like, to me, it's like 3 out of 10 in terms of like great hits. But it did revitalize the game better than anything else I've seen on the list so far. Your thoughts?
I suppose so.
Yeah, and then they have the Black Rose was nice for like collectability.
Oh
stand
yeah,
the Starlight.
It's one of the
just a
higher
nice.
end.
It's a nice Starlight to have. I think compared to a lot of the other ones that have come out. I know a lot of people were hyped about that, including me. So it's a nice add-on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a neat set. I mean, like, I think it was probably the first set of the year that felt like it was making an impact competitively.
Mm-hmm.
Even if it was, like, not like the world's biggest impact. I think Diviner was a big one, though, so A is fine. I think it's one of those things where, and this probably is going to be the trend on this list going forward, an A on this list is probably not the same as an A on last year's list.
Yeah.
But I can still say that A, relative to the field, is a pretty good spot for this. I agree.
Even the ZS Sages, they're actually looking pretty good now at the end of the year when people can actually make Utopia a rather decent rogue deck as well. So like everything had a purpose, which is what I like. Like it fits right. Next, I think we can do a double take on this. We can all chime in if we want to, but we have the God decks.
These were ass. They were very bad.
Which one's
I
better?
don't like these.
Which one was
I don't
better?
like these.
Slifer is better.
Slifer is better.
Slifer is better. Wow.
Slifer
I
is
played
better.
a lot of Slifer versus Obelisk with like a friend who was like, "Oh, I used to like Yu-Gi-Oh, but I dropped out." And I was like, "Oh, let's play this." Neither of these decks are even remotely playable, but the Obelisk one is like you can never play it. It is unusable.
So where do they belong?
The only nice thing was didn't have Duster as a super or something. I mean, I guess that was good-ish.
Yeah.
Which Duster are we talking about?
To cover everything.
There's Harpy's Feather Dusters in these.
Is it worse or better than the Ice Barrier? That's where
It's better. It's
I think
clearly
it's
better.
worse than the Ice
I think
Barrier,
it's-
honestly.
Yeah.
I think it's okay. All right.
Content creation wise,
Here's-
is it better or worse? I mean,
And
it's
the nostalgia play
Okay.
here is
I mean,
better
if you
than Ice
put
Barrier.
Yeah.
Obelisk in a video title, it'll do better, So
Yeah.
Right.
we could
yeah,
bump it
people
up.
care
Yeah.
more about this than the Ice Barrier in terms of, oh, cool, Slifer and Obelisk are back. This is so cool. And then they realize that it's terrible. So
I have a story that I will tell you guys after
Okay.
this video about these products, but I just will say that these. I still think they go in F. I think that higher than Ice Barrier because
above
at least
Ice Barrier, but
for
yeah.
content.
it's good.
There's
These
one-
are good for content.
There's one small thing about these that I really don't like, and that's outside of the fact that there's no theming, they're unplayable, blah 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 blah. They give the Slifer deck what is that field spell, Layer of Darkness.
Oh yeah,
And apparently they did not R&D test like just one Slifer versus one Obelisk deck. Neither deck can win once that card like shows up. It starts spawning tokens and people like you can't push through them. Like literally like Obelisk can attack and attack and attack and Slifer can attack and attack and attack. But like because you're just constantly getting more tokens in the end phase than the monsters can literally destroy, this one card just manages to make the game go on indefinitely, and it isn't even fun. Like no one's having fun. Like these decks don't have
Deck
strategies.
out.
It's random. Like I get Layer of Darkness conceptually why it's like cool and a tribute summon deck. It doesn't make any sense here. Like it just doesn't work. But anyways, that's my rant. I think
You
they
know
go
what?
in F.
It's fair point. I mean, they had cool mats at like for
We're
the
not
events.
counting the mats.
Yeah, but if the products lead to the mats, I kind of want to mention it. But okay, you know what? Fair point. Next we have OTS 16, Ruxin.
oh, I get this one. Okay.
Yeah, you do. This was a group effort because we both know where these were gonna go.
Yeah. Okay. OTS. This had Cyber Dragon, Droplet, I mean, that right there is pretty cool. What else was in here? I can't find this on my list.
It's another good card. It's Droplets, Cyber Dragon, and oh my god, why can't I remember? I mean, Sam pulled it.
No, Firewall was an ulti in one of these.
All three of these were good.
I thought it was Firewall. Is it a Firewall ulti?
Yeah, it was Firewall Dragon.
Okay.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so that's all right. I mean, they printed. There's the errata that's back in an ultimate rare. So the ultimate rares were pretty cool. I need to look and see if I can find anything besides the ultimate rares. But those three are. I mean, that's solid. Can you compare that to 15? That's really good. You know. Let's see what else is there. Okay, so Virtual World, King of the Skull, Cyberstein is in there.
Cyberstein.
Okay, yeah.
Drytron's
That's a
first
stick print, by the way. That's a great print for like goats and stuff. It's just like a nice looking card.
Yeah, because I think was that the first super rare that it's been printed?
Yeah, and it's one of the nice OTS supers too. And it's like foiled on the
so
attribute.
that's actually something. Ironically, Cyberstein's not bad because it's been rares, and then of course Shonen Jump. You're not gonna be able to afford that. But yeah, I think this was pretty good. Honestly, I'm leaning toward S because the sets are so bad. Like. It's between A and S for me, because I'm a sucker for ultimate rares. Cyber Dragon, nostalgia, alternate art. I mean, who didn't love that? Forbidden Droplet didn't really save anyone any money, but if you pull it, you're happy. You know, if you win that thing. And then I guess Firewall's all right. So yeah, I'm gonna throw an S just because of this year. I'm gonna throw an S.
Oh, this tier list is so weird. Like
what is not terrible? S.
No, like I'm not. Because here's the thing, right? I'm not disagreeing on the S placing.
Yeah.
It's just funny that like we just got like these promos and like OTS packs are like the higher ranking. It's like, oh god, it's very.
Hey, to be fair, I mean this OTS pack was super solid. I'm just looking at the super because you're guaranteed at least one like super in each of these packs. Sometimes you get lucky, you get a miss pack, you get two, but you're looking at like Drytron stuff, and Drytron just got their boost recently, so it does encourage a lot of gameplay. Did I join tournaments just to get the OTS? Yes, I did. In fact, it was very encouraging. Nerval's in here. Like a lot of the things that you wanted to bump up, they bumped it up. They bumped it up correctly. And of course, if you want to play some sort of FTK, there's a magical library for you as well, just so just for you guys, you know. But like overall, no, this is solid. Okay, Joseph, you get a fun one. You get the flag.
What the hell do you want me to say about this?
What do you think about how it is?
I mean, you all know Platinum Blue Eyes. I mean, we all have one, right? We all were able to get one. Honestly, this was a great product because the rollout was so bad that everyone got to make videos about how bad the rollout was. I was really happy about that. The product itself is great. It's cool. It's neat.
Super collectible.
Yeah, you know, it's Blue Eyes. Not a lot to say about it other than that. I guess we could probably put that. We could, you know what? This is like a super sought after piece of garbage. I think that we could probably put this in the God tier, right?
Yeah, as weird as it is, I want to put it in God tier as well, just because it was like, if you got it, if you paid the $1,000 for it, you're guaranteed to flip it at a much higher market. So it's like an immediate win the moment you get it. There's like,
can I just say something about that pricing thing?
You paid $60.
I don't. Here's the thing, right? Like, I don't have a problem. Like, I think the tier placing is fine. I think it's almost a meme at this point, just what the catastrophe of this release was. I just don't like when, like, Konami is like, it costs $1,000 and we're only making this many. Like, it feels so artificially valued.
It is. It's silver.
We're really creating this value and, like, saying this is what it's worth.
Putting a number on the value that
it feels very. So it isn't a prize card. It isn't something you have to pull. Like it's not like a reward for a whale or anything. Or even like a giveaway. It's just literally like we said it's worth $1,000. So now it just kind of is worth
$1,000.
Much more than that on the secondary market. It's like, that was gross.
But like, here's the thing. I did the research, and I think it's only worth about $16 as the silver. If you want to go to raw material,
super easy to manufacture.
You go into like raw material. I mean, it is pure silver. It is 99.9% silver. It is authenticated for that. but that's only $16 worth of silver.
And that's why they call it the silver rare blue eyes.
And
Yeah.
if it was made out of platinum, it would have been $676 worth of raw material. So I mean, it would have been not worth 1,000, but still, then
So
you've got the value to back it at the very least. But this thing is purely a collectible.
Okay, all I'm saying is you're just proving to me the fact that like them putting that price tag on it
Yeah, I
is
know.
just so obnoxious. Like I
We're
don't
talking
it's
about
just-
the labor theory of value with relationship to Blue Eyes White Dragon. Like, this is, yeah, it's a little. atrocious.
I'll tune into it.
Okay, next product we have King's Court. That's for Paul.
This is for me.
Another
Okay.
collector rares once again.
So King's Court's an interesting one. God, let me pull this up real quick.
We've got
Just to
ourselves
make
the Joker
sure.
Knights. We have, I think, Utopic Draco Futures in there. Reprints of
Lightning
stuff like
Storm's
that.
in there as a reprint.
Lightning Storm.
Okay,
It's also
so
collector rare.
so I think that King's Court overall, it's a solid one. I like both of those cards were, the Utopic Future guy. Cool. It helps. Lots of decks are into it. Lightning Storm, pretty nice reprint. I'm glad that they didn't seem to make it like terribly short printed or anything. The anime stuff, like Arcana, Joker, and I was hoping the deck would be a little bit more playable. We did some like videos and stuff with it. It's not fantastic, but like whatever. And there's random imports and things in here, so I think my only gripe with it is like I've never been a big fan of the pull rates in these sets. Like just the overall pull rates, like when you buy a box or something, you tend to get like 3 ultras on average, or like 4. Maybe Ruxin can kind of
It's
validate.
3, yeah.
Yeah, it's like 3 on average, and that is a little weird when like the MSRP of the pack is the same as a normal pack. If you buy a normal pack, you get like 2 secrets, 4 ultras. So why is that in this kind of secondary set it's like worse? I'm gonna put it in like B, probably the top of B, because Lightning Storm was a nice reprint to have. It's the top of B. It's solid.
I hated this set.
Oh, you're not a fan.
I
One more thing is shout outs to Collector's Rare Rhoda. I believe that came in here too.
Oh, it
and
did.
that was-
It did.
that
There was
nice one.
there was good collectors, but man, did I suck at pulling this set. I think I actually went in to buy a lot of the stuff, only to eventually end up buying the single. That's how unlucky. This was like my worst luck in terms of sets. Like I had a set, I bought a box and I only got like 1 ultra out of one of the boxes. I was like, oh, thank God I didn't record this one because.
Yeah, I mean, I have to say these don't usually do all that great for like content or, and I think in a vacuum, like if you were to buy 1 pack of this, like if that was our barometer of like how good any of these things are, 1 pack of this,
Since
not great,
there's just
but-
the holidays, how would you feel of giving a pack of these to someone? Like if you received one, how would you feel?
Cole.
Like yeah, it's cold.
It's Cole.
Yeah, these are kind of like a nightmare with 3 ultras are your only pulls unless you get the 1 in 3 box collector rare. So you don't get supers, you don't get any. So like actually opening these, you feel like so many duds in a row, like to get something,
Yeah.
It
which
burns
is like
you out.
which hurts a lot. The collector rares are really cool, but the problem is there's 15 of them, and if there's 1 every 3 boxes, it's so hard to pull. Like I'm trying to get Lightning Storm, you got to open 1 billion boxes to actually get it. So the set theoretically is nice, but it's really hard to pull good cards. They did have those weird god cards, which you didn't mention. The Ultra Pharaoh rare. I mean, have we seen a worse rarity?
Wasn't
Oh
there
my
a
God,
secret?
I
Wasn't there a secret one as
forgot
well?
about those.
like
I completely forgot they existed.
they're so bad, and then the secret rares are supposedly a mistake, is what I'm hearing. So it's
Yeah,
good that they made that
messed it
mistake
up.
because those
They
look
messed
so
it
much
up.
better. Because the ultra rares look, those are bad. Like,
Ruxin, you have changed my mind. Top of C tier.
C tier.
I completely.
now.
I'm not gonna lie. I forgot about those God cards, and I already have my own set of complaints about like whoring out God card reprints and every damn thing they can. Like,
feels
top
like-
of C.
It feels like God cards. They're supposed to be a little bit more prestigious, but once you start to oversaturate that, it
There
really
are, like,
takes away
4
the.
of these products on this tier list.
Yeah, and there's a
God card
there's a
rares
product
this year.
there's a product coming up that like also has. We'll get to it anyway. Yeah, top of C tier. I think all the little bad parts about this set kind of combined to drag it down a little for me. So
All right. Okay, next one we have the European giveaway of the Joan. This one was like last year's giveaway, and then this is kind of like the part 2 of the other giveaway with the Mahad. This is part 2 of Mahad, and they are saturating the market with these cards. I don't know how I felt about it. Luckily, I didn't win. I didn't win a Joan, so I still don't have a Joan.
To be
was
clear,
this a second release?
This is a second release. This is a second release.
This is what I was saying on mine. You just released more.
Yeah, they did. So they released to the other regions, and I'm like, it would have actually been cooler if they kept cards.
Blue eyes. They did the double triple thing. 1,000.
That's what I was gonna say. No, Ruxin, you're right. That's what I forgot to say this on the Platinum Blue Eyes thing. Like, it's in the fine print on that thing where it's like initially 1,000, and then you guys
the fine print,
and you guys know, you guys know they're gonna do it next year. Like,
please pick a different card. Please pick a different card. Okay, I'm going to put the reason why I'm going to put this in D is it shows how, like, first of all. You know what? I'll put it C because first of all, it's still free. Okay, it's a free card. It's a nice collectible. I'll give it that.
Free.
But then it's free. You just take a picture. You know, how hard is it to get it?
This one just feels worse because it's a rewave.
It's a rewave, and then it also makes the people that you're not guaranteed to get. But like for the people that got it, it feels like they lost value because now like I would. Okay, here's what I prefer. I'm throwing this out there. Here's what I would prefer. Is that if they release these, they should have released a different card in each region, making it feel that much more special in each region. And if you really want to collect it, then therefore you can actually keep these as high-end collectibles if that's what the goal was. I think
people would not be happy about that, though.
I know people won't be happy about it, but it would make the people that own them happy.
It's like, and that just reminds me of Pokemon Go, regional catches. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about? Kangaskhan or whatever.
Yeah, it's kind of that. I know.
People are like, when am I getting my Kangaskhan or whatever it was?
All you gotta do, is just take a plane over there. Easy. Okay, good luck doing that in COVID, right? Okay, next pack. We've got.
Can I snipe Dawn of Majesty?
You can.
I will trade you. I will trade you the tin for this.
Oh,
that's fine. I opened 130 boxes of this. I have had enough of this set.
I am a Dawn of Majesty truther. I got the banner. I have opened probably like 500 packs of this set. Just because like my OTS was like really in on using it as prizing. For some reason, they weren't selling. I can't imagine why that would be. I think. Do you remember when Phantom Rage was first revealed and everyone was like, "This set is ass," and then it turned out to be like one of the greatest sets of all time?
Oh yeah, I remember.
I think there is a non-zero chance that Dawn of Majesty will be remembered as one of the greatest sets of all time. Every single archetype in this set is like brimming with potential. It's like Bee Trooper, I think, was released in this set.
Yep.
The Despia came out in this set. Magikey came out in this set. Obviously, the first Sword Soul, but it's like the shitty one that no one talks about. I think that of like the 4 good. And every one of these archetypes was really fun to brew around and build in different ways. It's one of the few sets where, like, I think I made a profile for, like, every deck in it. I was like, I'm super excited to play every one of these. And since then, there has not been a single good card for any of the archetypes. I think Sword Soul got stuff, but doesn't really count. And, like, maybe Despia will be good for unrelated reasons because the branded stuff is crazy.
Bee Trooper, though. Bee Trooper had success. Bee Trooper, what is it? Like second place YCS, recent YCS.
It had nothing to do with the pilot. It was all the deck. The deck carried. It was
okay. Well, it's Herman Hansen, so it's different.
Yeah, exactly. No, he could win with anything. But I mean, the best Bee Trooper card when everyone, when all is said and done, is Destroyer Phoenix Enforcer. But I would say this is all to say that the set is like clearly not great. But it's better than I think people give it credit for. It's certainly better than Blazing Vortex. I would put it top of B tier.
You know, it's fair. It's actually a fair.
I think that's fair.
Stardust.
I was gonna say like
Stardust.
So I know this set like sucks, and like to the average person, the main thing that like I think it does have redeeming qualities. But the biggest gripe I actually have with it is just like the selection of secrets is.
Secrets are
really
ass.
not
They're
pretty.
So bad.
Let's see what we have. We have the
Arrive and Light and like and Messiah and all that stuff. Like dude, like we've like recorded like Larry in the Hole and all these little videos, and it's like you pulled a secret. Oh, it's that pendulum thing that's worth actually 25 cents.
Yo, Messiah,
Or-
dude. That's
Messiah's good.
Imagine getting that as a
Hey,
Starlight. It's like
Ready
nothing.
Fusion,
Yo,
man.
you're sleeping on the Starlight
Okay.
Protecting Spirit Logeth. You know,
Yeah, it's
you
like,
gotta
dude,
get that.
no, that's another one, dude. Like these cards, like it's got so many slots just filled with like the worst. Like just rise, arrive, and light. Like what? What is that?
Okay, but to be fair, there's like Alubur, which is good. Alubur is actually a solid card. Ready
Yeah, I mean,
Fusion's not bad. I
I don't
apparently don't have
disagree with the
anything
ranking.
more. Okay.
Yeah,
that's
I don't
fair.
disagree with
Okay.
the placing.
Okay. All right. Well,
So this is Ruxin.
Ruxin, you get this one here. Oh my god.
Because you guys traded.
All right, the Megatins. All right, so Megatin.
Where would you
had-
put it? Where would you put it?
Oh, do I
And
have
then-
to say that first?
Say it
Hold on,
first.
no.
Say it first.
all
I wanna know.
Let me think.
Don't be too nice. Just saying.
Don't be too nice. I mean,
Or that's my opinion. Is don't be too nice. But
this
Be-
is pretty
be
good.
honest.
Wait, okay. What do we have up there in A tier again? Remind me. Is that Lightning
Just
Overdrive?
Leon.
in Overdrive.
Oh.
It's top of A tier, I think.
Yeah.
I will
and
fight
Okay,
you. But keep going.
Okay. This is why I Crossout was sort of a disappointment. You know, it was up there, $100, and then people played it, and now it's kind of, but it's still a good card. Triple Tactics Talents is obviously big. That's a big card reprint. Nadir's Servant. It has Ice Dragon's Prison. I'm just reading off the cards now.
I mean, the more you talk about it, the more it feels like it belongs up here.
But I was borderline S, but then I was like, Crossout was like, it was like the reason it was
Sure,
hyped. Kind of,
but I don't think that was the reason. I think it's like it really made Yu-Gi-Oh playable basically to the entire masses. Like a lot of people
Yeah,
couldn't have
yeah,
access to all
okay.
this stuff.
yeah, I mean, okay, yeah.
yeah, I can be convinced for S. I was between A and top of S. So
Well, what
top
about-
of A and S. But
Like Joseph, what do you think? Where do you think this one sits?
I like it at S. I did not want to play any of the decks from this meta until they were reprinted in this set. I was like, I'm not spending $70 on a Nadir Servant. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, this.
And then I made the worst investment of my life, which was on release. I bought 3 Crossout, and that did not.
Oh, me
pan
too. Oh my god.
I held 3 of them at 100. So yeah, I feel
it's like burning a couple $100 right there.
I mean, yeah, like I'm not gonna fight an S. Like I think that's fine. So go ahead.
yeah. Now that if you put it up in S, we're thinking about comparing it to OTS, and it's better than the OTS.
It's better. Yeah, it's better, really.
The OTS is more flashy. It has the ultimate rares,
Okay.
but there's a
I think-
lot of good stuff in those tins.
I think my only like little caveat to it is that the value of some of these, like I kind of brought this up before, the value of some of these things can change. Like when you talk about like opening stuff in bulk or like what's in a set versus like what the average person will get when they buy like one. And that's the only gripe I've had. Like that's always been like my big thing with Ghost from the Past, why I don't like it so much. It's like if you buy one Ghost from the Past, like little Jimmy goes to Walmart and buys one,
They'll
it's
pull
just
in evenly,
random,
right?
complete random garbage, and like it's so disparate in terms of what like you'll even get. I think
Could pull evenly.
tins are better on average for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Though they can feel the same way, where like sometimes you'll get one, and like your reprints are, one of those Sacred Beast cards from the structure deck,
Oh.
and like
Oh my god.
kind of like
Yeah,
weird
the
stuff
secret
like
slots
that.
were not great.
Yeah, like that can happen, and it can sometimes be a little disappointing. But I do still think that this 10 reaches pretty high peaks, so I'm still okay with this. I just want to point that out.
Okay, there's a couple things I did not like about the tin, but overall, okay, I'm just putting it out there. I love the tins. The tins were just some of the best things out there available. You could like Paul said that you can buy a pack and it'd be not great, but then you can also pull. You can buy a pack of this. You get what, 2 ultras, a secret, a super. Like there's such a big range, and luckily the card pool within those ranges, there's not too much deviant of a good card or back. You can pull an Alpha, you can pull a Zeus, you can pull Triple Tactics, Nadir Servant. Like the Ultra pool, because you get 2 Ultras, it was a lot easier to pull those big cards, and that's why I was like super happy with this. Like I opened like random packs, even for a skit, and I pulled like a Nadir Servant out of it. I'm like, this is like, I feel happy that I got it. So there's just some joy about opening the tin in general that I was like really happy about. Like if I gave that as a gift to someone, they'd be pretty happy cracking it too. It's like 3 packs, lots of chances.
Yeah, I'm with it.
Yeah, they did have that issue where you weren't getting ultra rares, so
Okay, yeah.
that was kind of a thing, but
Yeah.
I bought cases using your link, Ruxin. I did.
oh, never mind.
They were good. They were good. They were great. They were great. Next we have we got a pretty decent one here.
Okay.
Synchro
Legendary
Storm.
Duelist, Synchro Storm.
I believe who's up.
So
for
this is
one?
me.
This is you.
Yeah, this is me. Yeah, Synchro Storm's actually all right. It's pretty cool. So what was it?
Lyrilusk.
Lyrilusk support's pretty cool. They actually are like a functioning deck. So like them getting more cards and like being playable is
Baron?
good. Yeah, Baron's like the big highlight. And Speedroids and stuff like that. Like it was all pretty cool. I had a pretty pleasant time opening this set.
Mm-hmm.
I actually managed to pull a Ghost Rare, so that was fun. But also like I found that it didn't seem too nasty with like the short prints. I know that these Legendary Duelist sets can sometimes be that way. My understanding is that Baron wasn't super prohibitively hard to pull.
Nope, it was not.
I'm gonna put it in like bottom of A. Maybe that's being kind because I will say I don't think that this set did a lot of meta influence outside of Baron. And
No. It definitely has meta influence. Bird Call. That card is gonna be a bane of me for a little bit.
Yeah.
Bird Call, Barrel Canary, and Wagtail all are meta played cards right now.
Yeah, I'll say it's an A. I think A is a pretty cool spot.
I think there's also one sleeper card in there, which is like that equip spell for it's like that level 2 revival card, Premature Burial, that little sword, the fleuret. That thing is like a sleeper card. I swear, that thing is a sleeper card. It's literally Premature Burial for level 2 monsters with like almost like no restrictions behind that. If they release an actual level 2 base deck, if it's a level 2 warrior base deck, even better. You can like dig the card up with
As old or whatever.
as old. You can dig it out with like a roll in as old, dump one, add the card. Now you get to actually do some crazy plays. I think there's like some sleeper potential in there. Even the speedrun stuff isn't that bad either.
So are we good with A?
Yeah.
A?
Yeah, I think that one makes sense. All right, next one. Okay, I'm putting this one straight in the god tier. It's a Blue Eyes card.
There it is.
It's a blue secret Blue Eyes card. I don't know what more do I need to say. I'm super biased on this because I luckily won one.
Flex here, no big deal.
By the way, it's for sale at Tom Box.
I'm trying to collect all of them. I'm still missing Joan. Joan's costing people an arm and a leg.
Is that Konami employee Tom Box flexing his win? I'm smelling collusion.
Yeah, man. I have to say, like, these, it's just, I don't have any problem with you putting the tier placement.
I would put it lower
right.
if it gets reprinted again.
Which, here's my thing is, like, it's just funny that, like almost 25% of this tier list is like these giveaway cards. It's not like a bad thing, it's just like a funny thing to me. It's just either like it's platinum Blue Eyes and like remote duel giveaway cards.
This is definitely the best one of the three, though. Like personally,
for sure.
I mean, of those three.
The other cards feel more arbitrary, whereas like Blue Eyes is Blue Eyes.
Well, the thing about this card here is that it's also a ghost rare. So they really just top the rarity even higher to make it that much more harder to get a max rarity Blue Eyes deck. So when are you building one, Ruxin?
I've already done it. I mean, I've already built a max rarity. I just don't have those. I guess I need to up it a little bit. So.
Yeah, I'm done with this one. Yeah, that one's up there because it's a blue secret Blue Eyes White Dragon. Next we have structure deck wise.
Is that your actual turn or is this mine?
No, that was my turn. That was my turn.
Okay, I didn't know if that. I mean, that was kind of like.
I was putting it up there.
Okay, this one. Let me think about this. Let me see where the other structure decks are. Oh, they're all on the bottom. Okay.
It has not been a kind year for structure decks.
Exceptionally low, yeah.
Oh wow, yeah. For the structure decks, I guess it's not. I've got this. I'm gonna go with. I'm trying to see exactly what is in everything. I'm gonna go with C on this.
Okay.
Simply because of Imperm. just being easily accessible.
Oh.
That's cool. Imperm is awesome. I actually use this. I know. I actually played it in the auction series because I won it because I didn't know what was in there. I was like, Imperm, cool. There's like no XCs or anything or like links or anything. It's just fusions is the extra deck. So it's kind of, I mean, it's all it seems like trash to me. I mean, there's like a Cyber Dragon common and stuff. I got it and I'm looking through. I'm like, where's the Nova? Where's the Infinity? Oh, they're not in here.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
that part was the sad part.
I'm not going to fight you on the placement, but I will say that the product itself of structure decks, like for people, I mean, I know for most people this is really just pay $10, get your imperm, leave. But like the cyber strategy, like with the cyber darks and stuff, if you do like a 3x structure deck thing with this, it's serviceable.
All right, I thought this was playable. This one is playable.
It's serviceable. Like it's not, you know, a Shadal structure, right? Or a Dino structure, but like it's serviceable, and you know that's something.
I argue to put it in B just because of the imperm. The imperm was getting out of hand. Imperm,
yeah,
like,
that definitely made it affordable, which is cool.
It was like, to me, that's why I would put it like high NC, low NB, just because of that. I think this.
Okay,
like, if I saw this and someone gifted one of me these, I'd be happy. I'd be pretty happy with this. I know there's something useful about it.
I'd agree to bottom of B because it's guaranteed imperm. I think that helps a lot.
But
like
that's,
you buy it and you'll get.
But that's Ruxin's decision,
actually,
right?
Yeah, that's up to you.
Well, I mean, keep in mind, I barely know how to play this game, so move it up to B. That's fine.
Okay, one quick thing on this though. Quality control issues with this. Oh, no. Quality control issues with this. I'm not going to count it against the rating. I don't think, you know, like that's up to you guys. But I have heard horror stories.
Oh, really?
And I've actually I have a horror story of my own. I have opened one of these structure decks, and it had no super rares. So you know what that means? There is no imperm. And like at first I was like, okay, this is a little
How
weird,
do you botch this?
No, but here's the thing. I was on Reddit, just kind of like I was on Reddit just reading around, and many people have had this issue where like there just aren't like super rares, or pick a certain rarity, like say ultra, there are no ultras, or super, there are no supers. And this has happened to multiple people. I've also opened copies of the structure deck where the cards have been literally wrapped in this airtight thing, but damaged. Just like I've had like the top card be dinged up, like really messed up. So I'm not counting it against the product because the product is like, you know, what it is. But just imagine, like really do imagine, you go to your card shop and buy 3 of these to get your playset of imperms and be done with it. And like 2 of them say don't even have it in there.
Can I get a refund?
And you can't really claim that, like, you know, oh, maybe the shop tampered. Like it's completely sealed. Like so I don't know. It's been a weird thing.
The flip side, I know it's probably not completely even out trade, but I do know that there were some crazy misprints coming out of this. I think it was like a cyber end had the wrong name and stuff. So if you did hit that, I mean, you're like making big money on that. That's probably a lot less frequent than not getting your cards, which is a much worse feeling than, you know, actually getting a misprint or whatever.
I'm pretty sure the feeling of not getting what you paid for sucks more than getting something that you didn't ask for.
It does. We just keep that in mind.
Okay, well, next.
But I'm still good. Okay, with the rating. So.
Next up, who's next? Ooh.
MBT.
Oh, that's me. Yeah.
Ooh, we got the current OTS pack. Imperm. What else is there?
That's it.
Is it just Imperm?
I think
so.
What are the other ultimates?
Utopia.
BLS, hilarious. BLS is in here again. And Utopia, right after the Astral print, they were like, what if we printed it in a worse rarity? Yeah.
So clearly, you've got some high value stuff. It's like sandwiched between these two.
Yeah. Super excited, actually, in this one about the Penguin reprints. We got Great Emperor Penguin at Super. We got Penguin Brave at Super. Actually, Penguin Brave at Super is actually something. Why was this card printed at Common? That was kind of crap.
It's cute.
They put the Inzectors in here too. Oh, Yazi was like randomly $7, and it's a common in here, right?
That's good though. I mean, people need it for Sword Soul.
Yeah, you know, it's. I've opened a lot of this. I've never felt like great about opening it, but like, Vessel as a super looks cool. Scrap Raptor as a super looks cool. I would say probably. Where do we put the other ones? We put
D and S.
Yeah, we'll put it in. We'll put it in B tier then, just like bottom of B.
All right. You know what? It's a fair product. Fair product. Oh, we got the product of ages.
This is the one. This is the
Maximum
one, baby.
Gold El Dorado.
Oh,
So,
wow.
I gotta say, this is one where, like, I'm not terribly fond of the Maximum Gold sets.
Quality
Like,
control.
in general, I already don't like the gold rarity as it is. I think it photographs well, but kind of is gaudy in person, and like gold peels off. Quality control in these is usually terrible. Like Ruxin might say though, you can get some cool reprints. I've seen reprints so bad that they're good type, or not misprints.
You mean
Yeah, like
access
misprints
code
that are
talker
like-
that's redacted completely?
Yeah,
or the half cut cards where it's literally cut between two cards.
That said, though, I'll never be too hard on like a reprint set. You know, like it's fine. There's like cool reprints in here, and like people needed access code talkers, so
Predaplants.
good. You know,
Reprints,
like,
yeah.
there's just,
Reprints are pretty legit, yeah.
Yeah.
I also got to give a shout out to the cool alternate arts. Just some nice stuff like
That is the big sell point for me. Why I kind of like this stuff.
You know, stuff like IP Masquerade's new art's really cool. I know Ruxin knows a thing or two about IP Masquerade, but I've seen the vids. I think it's like a low A.
Low A.
Maybe? I don't know. Like it's a reprint set. It does its job pretty well. I think it's decent enough value for. What is this MSRP for? Is it 30?
It's like
$30
$30 or
box,
something.
right?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I guess
Kinda hurts
bottom
a
of
little
it.
bit,
Yeah, that hurts it a little bit, but like I'll say bottom of A.
But like you're
Get
getting a lot of
pack,
cards.
I guess is yeah.
Yeah, like you get good stuff. Like they're good. This is one of those reprint sets where most of the reprints feel good, whereas there are other reprint sets where like a lot more of the reprints feel like trolling. Just we're throwing in trash so that you have to like sift through it. But most of this stuff all feels like someone can find a use for this, or you can probably trade this at your locals and legitimately cars that legitimately are kind of older and just needed reprints, prank kids and random things like that. So
Yeah, that's pretty nice.
yeah, I would
Eldritch
like-
reprints.
I was gonna say I would lobby it for middle of A, just because the new Eldritch, man. Oh my god.
I'm with that. I'm with that. I'm with
See,
that.
I would say the same about the red eyes. I love that thing. I know I'm a boomer. You got me,
Yugi
but
boomer.
That thing looks awesome. I love that thing.
okay. Okay.
Yeah. I'm with mid A. It's solid, cool set.
Fair point. Next, do I get this one?
What is that?
do.
Oh, Burst of Destiny.
I'm putting in Tears of Your God too. What a
Nah, this set sucked.
It is literally one of the godliest sets we've had all year. I think they've really saved it till the end of the year. But yeah, it's between the. I can knock it down a notch for sure because.
No.
It's the godliest set of the year. As a core set, usually core sets don't hit this good, but when we start to look at like what's inside of this set, we've got like game changer DP. Like you can see like the whole meta just take a nosedive. Made so many more things playable. The secret rare lineup was also pretty hot as well. The secret rare lineup, like you got Sword Soul Moye. Okay, it made the deck super pricey to play, but it's more or less more affordable now. But in terms of like card quality, only Ice Jade Tremora and Snavel being the two that you there's 3 cards. There's also Zoroa, which is like we don't speak about him, but you got 7 out of 10 cards which you would still be very happy to pull. Lord of the Heavenly Prison is played, Empin is played, Small World recently regained hype after being like a dud card on release. Chi-Xiao is really good. Starlight Stratos, everything in here
Yeah. So
hits a mark in terms of a secret rare, giving like buying boxes. It feels great.
yeah, so this is an interesting one for me. Again, not arguing the tier placement. I think that this set though had so much riding on it in terms of like representing Yugioh product for the year. Because imagine if this had been another like Blazing Vortex level set or like Dawn of like the main series sets this year have been Blazing Vortex, right? Lightning Overdrive, kind of mid. It's okay. Dawn of Majesty, like it's been a weak year for main series Yu-Gi-Oh sets. If this, I think a lot was like riding on Burst of Destiny to be like turn this around, like change the narrative. And on that note, it completely delivers. Like I think there's all kinds of great stuff in here. I just think that it would have been, it's like it had better be good type of thing.
This set to me is like the Duelist alliance of sets. It
it
introduces
feels
a bunch of stuff,
very
and a
meditative.
lot of stuff is playable, which is like really good.
Yeah, the only slight complaint I'm gonna throw in, which I'm sure Joseph might want to throw in, but the Starlights. I mean, they did not make DPE a Starlight.
Oh man, what a missed opportunity!
Like why did we
why?
need the Strato Starlight? Such a waste of
what
a
are we
spot.
doing? Like, this card it's the card, and it's
Shouts
not
out to the
in the
Snowl
hierarchy.
Starlight.
yes.
Yeah,
Can we
like
talk
if
about-
they just swap that, I mean,
Yeah.
God, like it would literally be one of the best sets of all time if they swapped it.
It's
Now,
also kind of interesting because they're doing Fusion Destiny Ultimate Rare like in the next OTS. So that would have been like the perfect just hit all the whales like right in the heart type of thing.
people are
they
gonna
would
gun for it.
later and make it a Starlight like in 2 years or something
No,
weird like that.
it might literally be okay. The next maybe the next of Legend set. You know how we
Yeah,
have
it's the
we had our
Starlight,
Red Eyes
Dragoon, and
Dragoon.
yeah.
And speaking of Dragoon, I think this placement's pretty solid. I think it is like one of the killer packs. We can all chime in on this one to decide. We'll take the average on this one, which is Brothers of Legend. Where does this one fit? It is an of Legend set, which usually means it's pretty good in the long run. But where do you see this one being? Give your letter grade.
Joseph, you first.
Say
Yeah.
D.
Yeah.
Say
Yeah.
D.
I really
I
like
don't-
the Forbidden Droplet reprint.
That barely anyone ever got.
I guess it's nice that Downard is in here because it was randomly like a whole bunch of money, but yeah, I mean, I thought the Karibo prints were kind of whack.
Didn't you
The-
check the top tier
Dude.
Karibo deck?
Don't.
Yeah, I
don't-
legitimately can't think about anything that I'm excited about in this set, with the exception of like maybe Utopia Dragoner and the Droplet reprint.
Like, don't let this set fool you. There are some highlights.
Oh, ooh, let's hear this.
However, like there are some neat things. Like if you do pull, like is this their first time doing a Starlight in a non-main set? Right?
Nope.
I believe.
There's
No,
10,000
10,000
Dragon and
Dragon.
Utopia.
Oh, that was that. Oh, okay, that was considered okay.
And there's
So-
also Utopia.
Yeah. Okay. Like, I still don't like it actually. No, I think like maybe top of D because like the reprinted droplets and magician souls and like things like that are really cool. I know that they're still pretty hard to get, but like given that magician souls is something I've seen a lot of people want, and like malicious bane, finally getting to deliver that to people, a dusted gold, is nice. But I've seen people at locals like open boxes of this and just walk away,
Just tank.
so disappointed. Like it's just, you can really fail hard on this one, and yeah, top of D for me. Like top of D, but like
I feel like I know it was rough, but like D, I mean, to me, it seems a little low, but however, all the big reprints, they short printed them, which is what killed the set. Like if they didn't short print everything, like if we could get Droplet, Souls, a Dusted Gold, Bane, Nibiru's not short printed, but like all those are not short printed. You pull one every couple of boxes, then
you
this
have an
set's
S.
actually,
This
yeah,
set's like an
it's
S
pretty
if that
good.
was the
But the
It
fact
would
that
have been up there.
I mean, you're pulling like 2 total. I think I was pulling 2 Adusted Golden Banes like every case. I mean, 1 out of 6
Ugh.
boxes is
That's-
awful. But there are good cards, but the fact that it's so hard to pull all the stuff you actually want is just kind of
How many short prints are there per box?
All of them.
for me on my averages, I was getting the least I was getting was Evil Hero. I opened 5 cases, which is not a big sample size, but so I was getting 2 Evil Heroes per case, and then I was getting like 3-ish souls and 3-ish droplet. So you're getting one every 4 or one every 6 boxes for those, and then you like add them up. So maybe one every 2 boxes you get one of them, maybe one every 3. It just didn't feel that good. But comparing it, those D sets are really bad. Like,
But-
I
Okay,
want to throw it
okay.
in C personally.
Okay.
Yeah.
How
Bottom of C?
does this compare to like the previous of Legend sets? All the Battle of Legend, like all the other Battle of Legend, they all like Heroes Revenge age like so nicely. You can pull like Ferris because Ferris and Increase both were easy pulls. Like I pulled so many of those. I can't believe I put it in a bulk box and shipped it out. I feel so bad for that.
Like, okay, I'll take like bottom of C or something.
I think
Armageddon was not that great though outside of 10K, right? Am I right about that?
Yeah, I would say
there's
was big
I
and
think there's
everything
a
else
couple
was kinda,
things in there.
ugh.
I think there's a couple things in there that's worth taking. I mean, the appliances were kind of a and the dragons. I think for the dragons for EU, I think it might be like a contextual thing that we're in NA, and we got all the dragons. They didn't have any of those dragons. That was that was like I think that was their first print of getting the dragon. So for them, it might be a bit more exciting. Brothers of Legend for me, Wing Requital is kind of cute. I guess there was like the aforementioned short printed secret. I haven't pulled a Souls yet. I pulled 3 droplets already. I haven't pulled a Souls, and I need a soul. I'd have no soul. But because they are accessible, I'm gonna put it slightly higher in C. I would like to put it in B if it was just a little bit more pullable. This set encourages people to buy cases, but it doesn't really give me too much. I like the reprints. Downward, there's more than just now. There's there's another season there that I do find a bit appealing. I do like the Stealth Kraken. The Stealth Kraken deck is very much playable.
That deck is so sick. That deck is so
that's
cool.
that's why I'm kind of itching towards this, because the 2 decks that they released in here that it's playable, they're playable. They're not just playable. They're actually pretty decent. Like I've seen people play very well with it at locals already. Like I got like Kraken like waterlocked, and I was like, oh my god, I got waterlocked by they can do this. I was a bit shocked.
I saw a Kraken player at 4-0 at the remote YCS.
Yes.
But I was playing Underworld Goddess, so Crooked Cook Turbo did not work against me.
Oh yeah, people play Exodia with this stuff. I was kind of shocked.
That one's not real. That one's not real.
Oh, you didn't? Okay, so but then the thing is, the deck, I've seen people play it very well with it. They do vouch for the like this stuff is very much playable. That's why, like, if we don't just think about the reprints and think about like the actual exclusive stuff that came with it, I would push it beyond the C and closer to the B. That's where I would put it. Like, if I receive this, I'm trying to build Utopia. I'm trying to build the fish deck because the fish deck is just fun. It's Yuma versus Zexal. If you grew up in that age, you would probably appreciate it a bit more. I don't know. So what do you guys think? It could be the top of C just to average it out.
We can put it bottom of B. I'm fine with that.
Yeah, you can do that.
That's
cool.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. So there we have it. You know what? Let's actually look at the average month of these. I gotta get a good stand. So June, October, November, September, June, November, October, August, well, whatever with this one. Like, this one doesn't really count, but sure. March, April, October, December. Like anything that's B and above, that's the latter half of the year. And then we start to get to like, we got with King's Court, but then we're February, May, January, February, like everything in the beginning half of the year kind of sucked.
Wait, they really gave us like structures for the first 6 months of 2021. Didn't really notice that until just now.
There was a lot of product delays and everything, which led to us not having one product right now, which would be Grand Creators, which we probably would see a little bit more in Zectors. Okay, well, that kind of averages it out in terms of our year here. This is the undisputed list, everyone. So if you guys are getting Christmas gifts at any point in time, try to get them the Platinum Rare Blue Eyes White Dragon. This will be the best gift you can. Just pick one of those up. That's definitely something you can get. But
if you can't afford it, just get an alternative.
Yeah, just win one, I guess. But if you can't get Burst of Destiny, someone's always gonna be happy if you get them a box of Burst of Destiny. But if you want to lower your budget a bit, then go for go to locals. Just enter and drop, I guess, and get a couple of these and give those away. But yeah, other than that, in fact, most of the available products of the year are the good ones. So Christmas shopping is a little bit easier for your Yu-Gi-Oh friends.
Yeah.
I think
overall, I mean, pretty year started off. It's
pretty
like they has this first half not gonna lie meme or whatever. Like, first half of the year looking pretty, like, weak. Second half of the year makes a comeback.
Yeah,
So,
it was definitely a slow burn for this year. There's these old players coming back, and they're like, "Yo, man, this is the exciting time. This is your time. This is your time to shine once again." And I was like, "Wow, Manav is back." I'm like, "Wow, these players that retired are coming back into the game, and they must have done something right to attract them to come back." All right, well, that concludes this video, guys. And, well, I guess we're going to sign off right here. We have our legendary pack opener, Ruxin. Hopefully you pull some crazy cases once again. We have our Piss Gang leader, MBT. And we also have Paul, TeamAPS, legendary skit writer. And there's me, Tombox, the guy that's just the host and nothing more. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it as much as we did on rating. How would you rate the product here? If there's anything, leave it down in the comments section as always. Maybe there's something that you really like that maybe we just glossed over, and maybe we would have changed our opinion. Well, if you guys enjoyed it, well, that's all I got to say. Don't forget to check out everyone's channel and subscribe to all of them. Yeah, you guys should check out Ruxin. Man, your pack openings are just really, really good. Watching, I think everyone already knows MBT's 10-minute testing. If you guys want a quick test of something really good or obscure, he's the guy to go to. And Paul, when are you making a new skit?
Soon, actually. Just finished. I literally finished one like before I did this call. It's funny.
All right.
But,
well, I
yeah.
look forward to that. And for me, well, if you guys don't want to get DQ'd or get penalized, you should watch some of my stuff.
If you're watching this video, then why are you not subscribed?
Yeah,
to Tom
exactly.
Man.
Thank you. And oh, by the way, it's close to my birthday, so please subscribe. All right. Thank you.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday,
Thank you.
man.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Well, that's all I got. We're closing out. And I guess happy holidays, everyone. And I guess I'll see you guys in the next one.